Hello. Sorry about that. Honestly, I'm gonna just blame it all on fucking retrograde because I can't. But go ahead, put down your questions again. Am I after Nadira? Yes. How come Fred felt like he wasn't enough for me years ago? How come he felt like that? Let's see. Hey, honestly, no, I'm gonna use this. Alright, to my guys' ancestors that will protect me. How come Fred felt like he wasn't good enough for Nadira years ago? How come he felt like this? How come he felt like this? Chris, how please why? Like how? How come he felt like this? Chris, how please 1, 2, 3. Let's see, how come he felt like it? 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Devil. Honestly, he felt like that because I don't know about your demeanor around that, like years ago, but like 5 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords would talk about like definitely rejecting a person and maybe hurting their feelings. And you have your Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Devil. So I don't know, like if as a teen, like you were somebody that was kind of like a bit sharp tongued, sarcastic, like sweet at times, but maybe even like a bit mischievous or whatnot. Not to say that you were a bad kid, but there's like a certain way that he was perceiving you. Um, and he just may have felt like you wouldn't have given him the time of day. Oh, the Devil, 2, 3, 6 of Pentacles here. Okay, so the Devil and 6 of Pentacles can talk about greed. So I don't know if you came from a family that had money or just had the appearance of money or you dressed really nice. Again, not to say that you were greedy or whatnot, but I don't know. He just had like a certain, I don't know, he just perceived you a certain way. Talking about Queen of Swords, 2, 3, 7 of Swords. I see here. As well as Queen of Swords. Like, this is somebody to not be messed with. She can be cold, very assertive, or smart. The Seven of Swords is here. I don't know. He just may have felt like back then, yes, my family had money. Ah, okay. So I don't know, but I guess he felt like back then you would have probably like chewed his head off and you would have gone towards a certain type of person or man or whatnot. So my Queen of Cups, 2, 3. King of Pentacles, and you see here this Queen of Cups. So this is like a wine glass or whatnot. And then you have your King of Pentacles, which is this dude in this 3-piece suit, right? It's like he knew you were sweet, but felt like you would probably have that energy towards a person that could give you what you wanted. And you have a reason why. First off, please, 2, 3. The Hangman, 8 of Cups, Page of Wands. Honestly, I felt like you would probably get bored easily. And Page of Wands is here, so I don't know if you were like pretty active as a teen. Not like sexually, of course, but like, you know, like in sports or you had your own hobbies or whatnot. Yeah, 6 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, had your own fun. And this is like presenting like positive change. Honestly, he felt like he wasn't enough because he thought that you were a higher caliber than him, that you would only entertain people that were on your level or what he perceived to be your level at the time, and felt like you would more than likely reject him, hurt his feelings, bite his head off, um, and would only go towards people that could like provide a certain lifestyle, as well as felt like he possibly couldn't have like been a positive change in your life just because he couldn't provide you with what he thought you would wanted or looked at. Yeah, and then 8 of Pentacles too. Also, like, you were somebody that was probably deep into work, you know, like studying, as well as like this is art stuff. Maybe things that he felt like he couldn't get into or felt like it would be too ridiculous for him to get into or whatever else here. So that's like why he felt like he wasn't good enough. And honestly, this is something that a lot of people run into. They see somebody with from an affluent background or somebody that's at least like very intelligent. They're just like, oh, they are out of my league. So that's why. Hey, it be like that. What's your second? 3. I sent a friend request months ago out of the blue. He didn't accept it. I don't know if he was scared or not. Would he accept it now? Let's see. Give me a second here. Ancestors, it looks like me. Would Fred accept Nadira's friend request now? Would he accept it now at this point? Would he? First off, please. 2, 3. Would he? 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords, the Star, Strength, 7 of Cups. Again, would he accept it now? Positive part for yes, negative part for no. 4 of Wands, so that's a yes, and then the Lovers is here. But here's the whole thing. I would take this with a grain of salt because 9 of Wands would talk about anxiety, and 6 of Swords is like moving forward. If he does, you'd have to be a bit patient and you may be left in some confusion for the time being. Tell me about the Star. 2, 3. Ace of Pentacles. So, like, yeah, you like a wish fulfillment, sending in a request. Again, would he accept it? Would he accept it now? 2, 3. 8 of Wands is forward movement. Knight of Pentacles, the Moon. If he does, he'll be very slow to accept it. Or he looks at it and he doesn't. So here's what I'm leaning towards. If he does, he'll be very slow to accept it. If he's not very slow to accept it here, either it happens quickly or you just kind of like get left in the cold somewhat, like left in your head. Let's see here. Is he more likely to accept a friend request? 1 card, 2, 3. Is he more likely to do that? Is he more likely to not do it? 2, 3. I'm getting he's more likely not to accept it. Like I said, you could be feeling a bit isolated if you do and he does, because again, he'd take his time. So if I were you, I'd leave that alone. Leave that part of it alone. What's the last one? Oh, okay, this is weird. Why does he want me but scared to make a move? All right, let's see. That doesn't really sound weird. My guys and ancestors, that will protect me. Why does Fred want Nadira? Why does he want her but is scared to make a move towards her? Why does he want her but is scared to make a move towards her? First off, please. 2, 3. Why? 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Death, 4 of Swords, 6 of Cups. Stop. Come the fuck on. Alright. Something about 6 of Cups here. 2, 3. Okay, good. 4 of Wands. Tell me about 4 of Wands. 2, 3. The Star. And then the Hermit. Why? It's not that he's scared. It's just more so with the 10 of Wands and the Death card. It's like he may have, kind of put to rest worrying about the situation, even though like you mean well here. And then the other thing here is too is with the 4 of Swords. So 4 of Swords, yeah, 2 Cups and 4 of Swords is like, oh, I see here. It's like this. He hasn't heard from you in years, and then all of a sudden you send a friend request. So to him, he's all like, where's this all coming from? And it may kind of like put on some stress because of like what he may already believe or how he felt back then. So it's not necessarily being like getting scared. It's just more so like throwing out what you think might be BS. And then let's see here, yeah, the Hermit, Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Wands. Why is the Hermit here? Talk about the Hermit. 2, 3. 8 of Cups. Yeah, that's like, basically ghosting, walking away. even though like he wanted to make a change and come towards you. So again, why won't he make a move? First off, please, 2, 3, 5, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 6 of Wands. Why not? Because he wonders if it would be worth investing in. Because you have your Ace of Wands, so like that's like a new beginning, as well as Ace of Wands will talk about lustful desires or something that can end as quickly as it begins. So wondering like, should I even take it serious? And then with the 6 of Wands, like trying to concern himself with his own success. So, and then at the bottom, again, maybe like some fear surrounding stuff. It's like, I don't know what to make of it. So I'ma just cut this out for the time being. So like, why is he scared, or why does it just seem like he's hesitant to do so? He doesn't know how to read you. He doesn't really know your intentions, is what it sounds like, even though you mean well. And rather than get himself wrapped up in something that he may feel may like emotionally rile himself up, he kind of just, like walks away from it and doesn't want to engage because of it. It's just more so like, I don't want to work myself up over something that would be nothing. So I'm gonna just leave it alone type of thing. But that's what I get with that. Estrella, go ahead and put down your question. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. How is Geo/Sergio currently feeling about me? We talk every day, and I know he loves me, but there has been distance, more than a long distance. I trust him. I feel like he's just busy. Okay, let's see. But I'm a little crybaby Virgo moon. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's see here. Okay, ancestors, I love Tiffany. So how is Geo currently feeling about Australia? How is he currently feeling about her? How's he currently feeling about her? First off, please, 2, 3. Let's see, how is he currently feeling about you? The devil is here. Okay. So this would go towards, of course, attachments, fears, things that you don't need, like situations and behaviors that you don't need, people you don't need. So I'll clarify it later. The devil, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Wands. Page of Cups. The Empress. Talking about the devil, 2, 3. Justice. The fuck. Talking about Ace of Wands, 2, 3. 4 of Cups. Talking about the Empress, 2, 3. Queen of Wands. In the Hierophant. Alright, so I'm gonna get all my thoughts out. And because, mind you, when I do that, it just helps me string stuff together and be able to connect. So my first impression, or my first thoughts, the devil, 3 of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands, like all before clarifiers and stuff like that, it's almost like feeling attached and having to always put in work into something here, into something that maybe was supposed to be physical at first. But then maybe like trying to be nice because they are attracted to you. But the more that I pulled out for the clarifiers, it's just more so of, it's like they want to build because they do have feelings here. And it's like they may feel very attracted to you or do want to create something new in the situation. However, are kind of like disappointed with how things may be going, especially in terms of like how much it actually costs to really balance things out. Because with the Queen of Wands here, like the Empress would talk about being somebody's person in this case, but then you have your Queen of Wands, which talks about somebody that can be very confident, charismatic, but also demanding, but not in a bad sense. And then you have here the Hierophant, the Emperor, Ace of Swords. Tell me about Ace of Swords, 2, 3. Five of Swords, tell me about Five of Swords, 2, 3. Four of Pentacles, and then Six of Pentacles. Honestly, this just feels like somebody that's trying to do the right thing or trying to live up to whatever expectation, but they kind of struggle with doing so because of maybe certain hardships, or maybe they didn't factor in maybe like how much effort it would actually be, or how hard it would be. And then Ace of Swords and Five of Swords and then Four of Pentacles. So this would talk about coming into some sort of like realization or knowledge about like deception here, especially in terms of somebody like holding back or self-sabotaging here. And then Six of Pentacles, the Fool. Let me ask, does this person want to be single? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Six of Swords, again, positive cards for yes, negative cards for no. There's 2 to 3, there's 2 to 3 to finish this. Does he want to be single? 2 to 3. The Hermit, the Star. Again, does he want to be single? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Ten of Swords, not necessarily. Is he thinking about moving away from things at times? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Three of Cups, yes. And then the Chariot. Honestly, it's like this. They are attracted to you. They do like you. However, they're kind of like battling between like trying to be a good person in the situation and then maybe going, I don't know, maybe like walking away from this temporarily. But they're trying to like hold off from doing so. Give me a second here. Because this one makes sense. It's like they're being distanced and maybe feeling alone. And we already had a breakup and this is our second chance. Okay. Yeah, what is he struggling with? What is his problem? For top these 2, 3. Appreciation, attachment. Okay, so that's your crown chakra. Strategy, adjacent possibilities, woman holding a heart, and then storm warning. It's a long distance and wanting to see each other. Possibly that. Is there somebody else on his mind? Positive card, yes, no. 4 of Wands. Tell me about 4 of Wands. 2, 3. Queen of Pentacles. Again, is there somebody else on this person's mind? Positive card, yes, negative card, no. Yes, okay. That would make sense here with what I'm seeing in Six of Cups. There could also be like somebody else that he's thinking about. I don't know if it's somebody like an ex or something like that. Somebody maybe from his past is also somehow in the mix. Because I was just like, this also feels like somebody else's energy somewhat. That's why I asked. I think his issue is this. It's like, again, he does like you and he may want to make it work. But also, I don't know if he feels like the attachment isn't needed. And may wonder about like, do I build this up or do I go after other people? There's someone else. I mean, I asked if he was thinking. I don't know if they're actually present, so don't jump the gun. Let's see here. Is he seeing somebody else right now? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Six of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. I don't know if he's going back and forth. Or he's going back and forth about it. To my Six of Cups, 2, 3. Ace of Cups. Is this more so mental? Is he just more so thinking about things? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Is he physically going after this person? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Queen of Cups. Again, is he physically going after somebody? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Maybe somewhat. It's more so like this as far as like his feelings. Because that just opened up another can of worms. And then storm warning, that would make sense here. As far as like his current feelings towards you, it's like he's going back and forth between wanting the connection and then maybe wanting to like set himself free somewhat. Because maybe it's like a lot of effort to maybe like keep up, or maybe he's wondering like, is this the right thing to do? As well as you have your attachment. So I don't know if he thinks that maybe things have been toxic, or he thinks that maybe you're too clingy or want too much. Tell me about attachment. 2, 3. Yeah, angel of love. Wait a minute. Is this somebody that gets stressed about putting in a lot of emotional effort? Positive RPS and Carbonell, is it? 10 of Pentacles, yeah. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. That one makes sense in the Knight of Cups. So I think also like the emotional effort that he puts in is a little strained. So how does he feel towards you? Again, like he likes you, he has feelings, he does care. He does want to put in the effort, but also there's a part of him that's just like, is this even worth it? Like, do I even want to like be attached to this person? And then also maybe thoughts of somebody else. We haven't been. It's not toxic, but I do love him. But yes, I think he does. Yeah. As well as, again, like putting in that emotional effort is like trying to do the right thing or trying to do what he thinks is the right thing or what other people want him to do. But also knowing how he feels. Honestly, the best thing for him to do is maybe come to terms with whatever his intuition is trying to tell him. And honestly, that would probably be for the betterment of the both of you. Because this is somebody, I'm not saying that he can't commit. It's just more so like there's something about this that to him is like a lot of effort. And it's like he's trying to do the right thing, but he struggles with it. And if you struggle with doing the right thing, you need to just kind of like let it go. And that's just my belief in it, in the sense of it's hurting you as well, and it shouldn't, and it's not fair to you. So, and it's not necessarily fair to him either, because he's holding the both of you back. And you deserve somebody that can be emotionally present and physically present. So there's that. So if I were you, I'd have a major talk with them. But that's what I'm getting there. Yeah, I don't want to be led on. Yeah. But that's what I see there. So honestly, if I were you, I'd kind of like either like drop it or just give him an ultimatum. I would try. It's just distance. True. But hey. Haven't heard from him in like 5 hours. Well, it also depends on the time, like whatever time zone you're in. I'm Eastern Standard, and it's like 12:35. So I'm about to say, I'm like, depending on where y'all are at, either he's still working or he's asleep. Excuse me. No, but the communication has been slow all day. I see there. That makes sense. He does work a lot. Could be that. He could be just like tired, but then again, when I'm tired too. Yeah, all week actually. If I were you, I'd ask him like, "Hey, what's up? Like, I know you've been working a lot, but like, we're together and you can make a little bit more effort. I'm not trying to like, piss you off or anything like that, but you kind of got me a little concerned. Remember to communicate." I know I hate this feeling. Honestly, I'll say this much: if it gets too much, cut it off and chase somebody else that's like, now, not chase, I'm sorry, but like go after another person that's close by, honestly. Because no situation is really worth your peace or worth, yeah, and in the sense of like, if it keeps taking away from your peace or whatnot and it keeps on making you emotional, I'd reconsider things and be like, is this really the right relationship for me to be in? Because I want to be at peace even if we are far away. And if you can't give me that, and if I can't feel that in this sense, what's the point? Yeah, I've been thinking about me too, and I don't know. I just don't know. It's hard. I get that, but like, think about things objectively. Can I donate again? Yeah, sure. But think about things objectively, as in like this. Has it been like, I don't know? Has your gut been off a little bit? Your intuition's trying to tell you something. That type of thing here, as well as like long distance. Some people can make it work, others not necessarily. But it's like this: if he can't keep it up, and if he keeps on being inconsistent, make the decision for him. Don't ever wait on no nigga to like, make something, because they'll have you waiting literally all fucking day, and you got shit to do. Remember that. All right. Go ahead and put down your questions or your question. And do. Yup. He told me he sees the future with me and only me. So why is he starting to second guess our connection, or is it just the current energy? Well, let me see why he's starting to second guess it. Ah, that's fucking nice. Ah, sorry. Ugh. Shit. Oh, my back. Okay. Let me ask my guys and ancestors that love protect me. Why is Geo starting to second guess his connection with this video? Like, why is he starting to second guess their connection? My guys and ancestors that love protect me. Why is he starting to second guess it to the three? Why? Two of Cups, so that's the connection itself. Page of Pentacles. Oh. The Star. Ace of Pentacles. And Death. Okay. Tell me about Death. 2, 3. The Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers. 2, 3. The Devil. Fuck. Tell me about the Devil. 2, 3. Eight of Pentacles. Fuck. Okay. Why is some of this shit reversed? It should not be reversed. Okay. So why is he starting to second guess it? Well, here's the whole thing. He was telling the truth about like seeing a future with you. I do get that with this Ace of Pentacles, but why is he starting to second guess it? Because Page of Pentacles is here, so because he's wondering if, honestly, he's just wondering if there's more elsewhere, or maybe this isn't what he thought it was going to be either. Because the Star does talk about long distance, as well as wonders here with the Death card and the Lovers card if this is actually going to go anywhere, like if any changes would come about it. And then you have here like the Devil is, oh, I see here, because at first he was thinking about like definitely putting in the effort, But then you have here the devil, which would, again, like that talks about attachments. Uh, that talks about certain behaviors and actions that really nobody should be engaging in or should be trying to grow out of. And maybe he's kind of seeing that maybe he was viewing things from a romanticized mindset, that makes any sense. Tell me about death. I'm sorry. Tell me about the star, 2, 3. Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about Wheel of Fortune, 2, 3. 9 of Cups again, because it's like he does find fulfillment within you and feels like things can definitely go far, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's like going back and forth between like, I do feel connected to this person, I do see a future with them, but also wondering like, or feeling like there could be more, or wondering like, oh, like, could I get more elsewhere? As well as maybe feeling like, well, did I hype this connection up a little too much? Where is all of this coming from? Where is this all coming from? First off, please, 2, 3. Where is this all coming from? 7 of Wands, Queen of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Tell me about 7 of Wands, 2, 3. The Empress. Tell me about Queen of Swords, 2, 3. The Emperor. So this might seem a little ass backwards, but just bear with me. 7 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, so that can talk about being very defensive and going up against somebody that can be quite bitchy, demanding, cold. And then I have here the Empress is clarifying this 7 of Wands, and then the Emperor is clarifying this Queen of Swords. So honestly, it's like, that's him thinking like, when it comes to you, like, I thought I got one person when in reality I got this. It's like thinking you were one way but honestly another. Honestly, it's like, how do I say this? He could be starting to second guess the connection, because this is somebody that at first they thought that things were going to do well, or at times they think that things can definitely go far, but I think over time either he's realized that he bit off more than he can chew, especially doing something long distance. And then the other thing here is too, and whether this actually like be the truth or really his perception of you, there's times where he thinks that you were definitely the person that he wanted to settle down with. And then there's other times where he finds himself defensive because maybe he feels like you act in a way, um, you just act a certain way that he doesn't like. And not to mention Queen of Swords and the Emperor. I could talk about like a very strong-willed person, but then their negative traits can also be somebody that's very controlling and very wild with their mouth. And then yeah, 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Honestly, this is somebody like they're second guessing things because they bit off more than they could chew. They thought they could handle something long distance. They thought that they could, do the right thing when it comes to it, whether that's like staying faithful, being communicative, giving over like emotional effort, but then over time realize that maybe this was not the move that he thought it was going to be, that maybe this is kind of difficult for him, a bit stressful at times. And then at the same time, maybe sometimes the way that you act towards him, again, that could like, literally be his perception. As well, some guys, they just really don't like accountability, so you'd have to tell me about that. And yeah, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, King of Cups, because it's like he does have emotions, or he did at first, but then now he's worried about like things ending and wondering if he should have like held back in the beginning, or should hold back, or should have just like or should hold back now. So there's that. So I think that's why he's second guessing stuff. It's just more so of like he thought he could do this, and now he's realizing that maybe he can't, or it's a little too much for whatever reason. Which is why maybe he's thinking of people from the past or whatnot, maybe people that are like in close proximity, or thinking like maybe I could get more like elsewhere. I have no idea. But that's what I get. I haven't been asking for much either because I don't want to stress him out. Well, I'll say this much. I understand your mindset because I was there before. That as someone that has dealt with people's bullshit before and has cursed out several men for having me fucked up or whatnot, I'm letting you know right now, open your mouth. Now, if he decides to get stressed out because he can't uphold his end of the bargain or do his responsibilities or whatever else when it comes to this connection, then that's on him. But the thing is, you're asking for simple effort in a good relationship, regardless of how distant you guys are. And he's being a bit flaky, or he's about to be flaky. So, fuck his feelings and put yourself first. That's what I'm going to advise you to do. Remember the whole saying, closed mouths don't get fed, as well as you do have shit to do. And honestly, this may probably cause you more stress than it should. Like, understandable, like, you do care for this person and whatnot, but you got to put yourself first. But that's what I'll say about that. But that's what I got. I'm scared of losing him again, but I do have to. I mean, understandable, but I'm pretty sure you can find better. Thank you. You're welcome.